What's going on, gang? I know you guys saw the thumbnail and you already know we will not be working on chuck bagger today. Gotta take a break, but we will be working on both of the Yamahas. The 2013 Yamaha Zuma that we built, the first bike on the channel, and we will be working on the 2000 Yamaha Vino. All right, and I said in the last video, guys, that the Vino is getting ready to be shipped on down the road. So we got those brand new tires in last time. We're going to go ahead and put those on. And I'm going to go ahead and take the chrome headlight bezel, headlight and the front signals there, and put all the original parts back on it, because those parts will be going to chuck bagger, because I can't find a headlight bezel nowhere, and I'm not going to sell this bike with something I'm looking for on it, so it doesn't make sense. But yeah, but next we got to get on the Zuma. We got to get that done real quick, get on the Zuma, because the Zuma was built for the scooter rally last year, and we didn't make it, guys. I mean, this thing is like 98% complete, you know. Now you see it's been sitting for a while. It's dirty. I mean, she's been sitting out. We got a couple issues we need to fix. One, need to figure out why it ain't got no gas in it. Yeah, a couple months ago I noticed I got ready to ride it, wasn't a drop of gas in it, so we got a leak somewhere we got to fix. We got to put some new mirrors on, because I ride hard and I broke one. Oh, tell the truth, I just didn't tighten it up and it fell off. So I got new bar end mirrors to go on. And what else we got going on? I think, oh yeah, I have a case brace to put on the other side of the engine. Now I had the case brace and the ankle biter, but I don't know where the ankle biter went. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll find it before the end of this episode, or before the scooter rally at least. All right, guys, that's what we got going on. I'm going to go ahead and dig in. Well, it's the next morning. I didn't dig right in. The thought of having a nap crossed my mind, guys, and shoot, I went and laid it down yesterday. All right, I'm back bright and early in the morning. Got to get everything out of here. Push old chuck bagger back outside. Take the Zuma outside real quick. Let's get on these tires. I think I'm going to have to warm them up a little bit, because it's cold and these suckers is thick, a little stiff. So I'm going to put them right here in front of the heater and let them warm up. All right, get everything situated. I'll be right back. Got my front wheel off, checking it out. What brand tire is this? I have no Jetty M838. What? M838? Never heard of it. Anyway, yeah, this tire was bad, guys, so had a crack there. I mean, it would hold air for about an hour, then slow leak out. You can see why. This thing here has more mileage than, well, you know, I'm gonna keep it PG this morning. All right, guys, check it out. Bearings look good inside this wheel. Inside of the drum is not really worn. Too bad. Something I've never seen before on a front drum brake scooter. I hadn't worked on too many drum brake scooters on the front. But yeah, see that little notch there? There's another little flapper with a notch there. And I'm assuming, because I had to loosen this whole assembly up to get it out of the hub, it wouldn't come out. The brake shoes look kind of good. I mean, they really good actually. Yeah, they set, they kind of like locked in, but there's no lip, so I don't know. Those two adjustment arrows were together, kind of like that, when I took it apart, and it wouldn't come loose until I loosened it up a little bit. All right, let me stop talking. I'm gonna get this tire off, and we still got the tires over here heating, trying to make them soft as possible, because I mean, guys, it's cold. They're a whole lot better now. I couldn't move them at all at first, so I'm gonna take my torch, give it a little assist, warm these puppies up so we can get them on. Yeah, I found some silver paint. I think I'm just gonna freshen these wheels up to once I get the tires off. It says plastic paint, but I don't think the paint gonna know what it's on. Those of you that's been with the channel for a while, you know that I use the wheel clamp on the front of the lift table here to break the beads on tires. But if you don't have a lift table, you also can use a C-clamp. Just make sure the back of the C-clamp is on the edge of the rim, and don't go all Thor on it. Just crank it in slowly and the bead will pop. So that's what I do, guys. So, you know, not saying it's the way it should be done, just the way I do it. It's the quickest way to get done with least amount of effort. All right, now I'm going to heat this tire up too because it's stiff, and we'll try to go ahead and pop it off. Okay, got the tires on, guys, and it's looking good. Fresh rubber on that bad boy. And I went ahead and took off the headlight bezel like I said, and the signals, those are going to Chuck Bagger. I'm putting back on the original headlight bezel and headlight. I already have the first piece up there. It's looking really good. I'm going to have to repaint this sucker because look at that. Got a little fisheye right there. Something got sprayed on it. I guess in between the time I wet sanded it with soap and water and went outside. I can't imagine what though. Yeah, it probably wasn't this axle grease, but you never know. All right, guys, I'm going to get this thing off the table, get it outside, go ahead and get the Yamaha, the Zuma, on the stand, and we're going to work on getting it ready. The Zuma is on the stand now. Okay, for those of you that are not familiar with this bike, this is the first bike on the channel, the first build of Scooter Rehab. All right, I'm gonna walk around real quick, let you guys check it out. We got the low down aluminum forks with a custom rotor, I forgot by who, and I got the custom caliper with the bracket. That's a 5-star wheel with a nice little Kinder tire on there. Now this thing has been GY6 swapped. It's a 168cc, so that's basically a 61mm bore kit with the stock crank, which makes it a 168, not a 171 like they be saying on TV. Okay, guys, this is the reason why we are in here. We are going to be putting on a case brace. I got this case brace from Ruck House, and I got the ankle biter. I still haven't located it. We're going to go look for it, but essentially it looks the same without this piece up here, you know. Yeah, but all right, guys, for you that haven't seen the bike, that's the rear wheel, matches the front. That is actually a trailer wheel. You can see my little Chinese exhaust there. I got my custom handlebars, the cheapest I could find. You guys starting to notice a theme, hopefully. You can make them cool without spending all your money, you know what I'm saying? Make them look good and everything. So, I also got a custom needle bearing throttle. Not the same, well, same style as the one that's on Chuck Bagger here. So, yeah. Alright, guys. Well, I'm not going to be starting right now. I don't know if you can hear the wind blowing, but we have a major storm blowing into Vegas right now. Check it out. It's almost right on top of my head. I can hear the rain starting to hit the roof of the shed. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to go take my butt in the house. But check this out. When I opened the box for the ankle biter, I found this jet kit for the PKW carburetors. I think they work for my OKO here and for the knockoff Makuni that I have there. So that's good news because I'm having tuning issues like crazy. Maybe the jets, I can get them small enough because I'm thinking they're way too big. But yeah, that's a good find. So I'm gonna get out of here, guys, so I get struck by lightning or the shed blows over, and I don't want to be here with it. So hopefully it blows over today, and I get back out here tonight if it clears up, or tomorrow. So I'm out of here. Well, it is the next day, guys. That storm yesterday was it was coming down, to say the least. But all right, everything is good now. So we're going to go ahead and pick up where we left off. I already took in the CVT cover off, so you guys can check out my CVT. Now, just to catch everybody back up that hasn't seen this bike, I have a Banjing snowflake bell with a Banjing clutch. This was a knockoff Koso variator. I thought it was real when I bought it, found out later. from people on the internet that it was not, but we running it anyway. All right, you guys seen yesterday I got my case brace. I almost forgot what that was. And I got my weight out here because I want to go ahead and change my variator weights. I think I have the stock gram weights inside. They're not the stock weights, but they're the stock gram. And my first run on this bike, I mean, 55, 50, I can't remember what it was, but it was just disappointing for a 168cc with clutch and gearing and everything on it. So we're gonna mess with those variator weights. Now, let me get the parts that I got here in the trunk real quick. I gotta do something about that battery too. I need a smaller battery. Okay. Okay, check this out, guys. Since I don't have a kickstart, this is the wire I'm going to use for jumper cables if I need a jump. But anyway. Alright, let's see. And my uni filter. Okay, I got a set of 12 gram weights. 12 gram, that Glaxo, I don't know. And I got some knockoff Coso variator weights. These are 10 grams. And I have another set of, okay, 12. Thought I had 3 different ones. Alright, anyway, well, I guess we'll just shit one of those to the side. So we got 12 and 10 here. I don't remember here that it's in here. I think it's 14. So I'm going ahead and bust this off. I'm going to go ahead and paint the case brace. There go that word again. Got a little bit of the orange left that I used to paint the bike. So, and I think it's the right orange because I don't know if you guys have been around from the beginning. Remember that I got the wrong paint for here, and it's different, but this seems to match. I did a little test piece there, and it matches the paint. So, all right, we're going to paint that orange and pull the belts off real quick. All right, belts off, and the case brace, I don't know why I keep forgetting what that thing is outside. Got a coat of primer on it right now, so let's go ahead and pull the variator off and find out what weights we have in here. I don't remember. Okay, yeah, I do have the knockoff Coso. I'm back here. Yeah. Let's see. These, do they even say what they are? Nope, that one's kind of worn off. These don't look actually bad for how hard I beat on this thing. I do got a little flat spot starting in there. Nope, that one doesn't say. Okay, so they're 14 grams. Focus. All right, trust me, guys. They say 14 gram on them right there. So I can put my scale up. I broke my scale up because I didn't remember what they were or what I put in it. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and go to the 12 gram sliders here, and we'll see what that does as far as performance wise. So let me go ahead and just change those out, put these in here, and then we go ahead and fix the fuel nipple off the bottom of the tank that's leaking. Go ahead and fix that and get some fuel in this bad boy and see what she fire back up. But yeah, I mean, everything's still looking pretty good, man. It's been sitting outside on a tarp for the last couple of months. But all right, let me stop talking, man. Go ahead and get this thing going. Okay, guys, got these slider weights going in to 12 grams. I want to show you guys real quick, if you never put slider weights in, how to put them in. And you see, you can read all the words on my slider weights, right? That's because on this brand, and Dr. Pulley and other ones too, the Dr. Pulley's are shaped a little different. They're more rounder on this edge here than these are. So, like I say, I don't know how good these Galixos are going to perform, but this is what we got. And if it's a good feel, you know, got good acceleration with them, then I'm going to go ahead and order some better ones. All right, so you see how it is, words up around the bottom. You just basically want to have that flat part here up against that wall there. So put the back against the China wall. That's not what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it. All right, so that's how they all are, guys. Like that, put them in. Take your variator, and just put it back on top. Now make sure those guides are in there, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen people put variators back together. I've worked on bikes where people didn't put those in, and they will rub these little studs out, cut into them until, I mean, it just causes the variator to lock up, and you wondering what's going on with it. So make sure you have these guides in here. If you don't, man, I suggest you find some. I've seen them on eBay for sale, so there it is there. So, all right. Make sure you slide it back down so your weights don't come out. And you just slide the variator back on. And you gotta have your boss in there, okay? Your variator boss, gotta have it. So, all right, before I bang this thing back together, what I want to do is scuff up the variator surface. You know how it's slick here from the belt riding on it. Now I notice this line here, my variator is riding almost to the top. Now this darker line up here, that's most likely coming from the top edge of my belt here. You see it's got the cord inside, so most likely where that's coming from. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some 600 grit. I am not going to be in here, you know, digging deep. I just want to knock the sheen off of it. That's all you want to do. And that'll help stop belt slip, especially if you put a new belt on. You want to do that to your variator so you can stop. New belts have a little oil in them sometimes, and they will slip, especially if you get a cheaper belt. They might be really oily. So it's just a good, you know, good measure just to scuff it up a little bit, and it'll prevent that belt slip. Not a bad idea to run your sandpaper in here too, because that surface gets smooth too. So all right, guys, we're going ahead and just sand that. I'm gonna put that back together, and I'm literally gonna sit right here and wait for paint to dry on the case brace. Okay, all right, be back. Show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So I just took the 600 sandpaper, and I kind of sanded it in a pattern like I was doing body work. I went around one way, you know, so basically I went around the variator this way, you know, and kept it flared out all the way around, and then I went the other way, you know, came back around the other way to put a crosshatch on it. Basically is what I'm trying to say. I can't talk this morning. Hadn't had coffee, man. Well, I had coffee, but I spilt it, so I'm kind of bummed out over here too at the same time. All right, we're gonna put that back on, and I am going to sit here and I guess watch some YouTube until the second coat of the primer that I've got on the thingamabob, the case brace dries. Matter of fact, let me go show y'all guys. Okay guys, there is the case brace. It's got 2 layers of that self-etching primer that you've seen before. So I think it's good enough and dry. I should just go ahead and get the paint. It's kind of warm right now too. Yeah, let me go get the paint and go ahead and get the first layer on. Got the first layer of paint on there, so I'm gonna go kick back and watch YouTube and watch this, you know, let this dry, and then we'll resume once this is painted. All right, while we're waiting on that case brace to dry, I'll go ahead and install my new phone mount, man. I got this thing off of Amazon, like it was like 25 or 30 bucks. Or was it eBay? Might have been eBay. I can't remember, man, but it is a, if I got it the right way, is a IML brand. Yeah, IML. I don't know, but it seems to be pretty good. I don't think it's going to be thick enough for my phone to fit with the case on, but this thing here basically got these little nuts on the side, man, where you can tighten it up on your phone real good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off my plastic one that broke and cracked my screen of my phone when it fell. So we're just gonna fix that problem. This one, it will bolt right in, and I'm thinking it's gonna be a whole lot better for me. Has a screw there to tighten it up, you know, so you can get it in the position you want and then tighten it down. I'm really liking this thing here, guys, so I might order one for Chuck Bagger too. Well, probably am gonna order one. Let me get that on real quick. Well, I think I'm starting to realize why I didn't immediately fix the Zuma when I realized it didn't have no gas in it. We can bother to look, because Look at all I had to take off to get to my gas tank, man. You know, all of it had to come off. But yeah, check it out, guys. Yep, that was my issue. So I used the valve stem for the fuel nipple. But looking at it now, I'm almost thinking I whacked something, dude. It must have hit something because it looks bent. Oh, let me get y'all in there. Yeah, it kind of looks like I might have hit something the last time I rode it, because dude, that metal is kicked up and pushed in on one side. So you can kind of see a little smack right there. So all right, I guess the verdict's in. I must have whacked something the last time I rode it. Didn't know it. Okay. Well, I'm about to go ahead and try to fix that. The rubber gasket around it is no bueno. And I know the one on the other side is no bueno too. So, alright. I'm going to have to try and find some way of fixing that. Alright, but anyway, for those of you, I keep saying this, that are not familiar with this bike, and it's probably a lot of you, because, dude, when I did this bike, I had no subscribers, and I think it ran up to like 10, stayed that way for a long time. But let me show you guys how I built this bike now. All right, now far as mounts go, I have a mount from Small Fast Things, and it's the mount for the skinny tire. You know, for it's the Honda Ruckus mount, but for a skinny tire. Now to get this in here, I had to weld this bar across this bar here. Check out them wheels. Don't y'all laugh me off the internet now. Now, I welded the bar across and basically bought this mount and bolted to my engine. Bam, that was it. Easy. Easy peasy. And as far as the wiring harness, like I say, it's a Chinese wiring harness off a Chinese scooter. You know, scooter came off of, I don't know if I showed you guys. It was one I had a fat wide wheel on it, and it, you know, pretty much that scooter, I couldn't register it because the VIN number was all marred up, and so I decided to take it back apart. But yeah, guys, that's it. So while I got all this plastics off, I'm going to go ahead and do this thing the right way. Finally, I need do like Chuck Bagger. I'm gonna put a mount in here for the coil pack, and I'm gonna replace this little piece of sheet metal bracket that I made for the fuel pump. And as far as my CDI goes, I'm just gonna zip tie that sucker right here. Now this is one of them little cheap purple CDIs that is not like the blue ones, but then again, it's just like the blue ones. They don't do nothing, because I didn't notice any difference when I put this thing on here. But yeah, I'm just gonna zip tie it there, and it's gonna be pretty secure. Cause see those fins in there, and they're the right spacing, and they lock right in with that bar. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do there. I'm gonna zip tie that bad boy right there. And but first we're gonna tackle this fuel tank, because this might piss me off, so might as well get mad now. All right, got the fitting back in the tank. I didn't smoke the thing all the way to China. It's getting tight like it was before, and once again I used a piece of wire to successfully get it in the tank and out to the hole. So that's just some welding wire. All right, well, yeah, I gotta run to the gas station, put a little gas in it. Let's make sure it don't leak, get it back on the bike. Now I do need to change out all of that fuel line, because I use that cheap little clear stuff, man, and it's hard as a brick. Now, you know, I might leave this alone for now, but definitely I'm gonna have to change the one right here. That goes from the vacuum line should be good. I don't know. I'm at least going to change this section here, because I cut it and it's as hard as a brick, and I don't know, very good. All right guys, got the fuel tank back sitting in its place, not bolted in yet. New fuel line in, and check it out how I did. Ooh, shoot, did I go up under there? I did. Okay, so if you can see, I ran the new fuel line in, the nipples in, and I ran that line all the way to that nut. So hopefully the fuel line, get you guys out of there. hopefully the fuel line being all the way up against the bottom of that fitting, that nut that tightens it down, that may act like a lock washer for me. So, oh well, hopefully it works. But if it leaks again, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the washers out, and I'm gonna use some red coat. I have some somewhere. It's like a tank sealant, and hopefully that'll take care of it. But it didn't leak because I guess bad design. It leaked because I hit something. Well, I guess that's bad design. Anyway, all right, before I fill this tank full of gas and try to crank it up and essentially turn this thing into a bomb, I'm gonna go ahead and mount my coil and my CDI. But I think I'm gonna leave the fuel pump on the bracket that is on. I mean, shoot, it's there. I mean, since I got the welder cranked up, I might just run some tacks on that little bracket and leave it the way it is. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, this is why when I get parts bikes, guys, I keep all the little brackets. So, you know, I can bolt my coil to it, and you can see I got my marks cut because I'm gonna put it right here on the frame. So that's what my next move is. Yep, you guys think my wheels are bad. Look at all them wheels. All that bird poop. All right, let me get out of here. Okay, gang, I got the bracket for the what the heck is this thing called? The that thing, you know what it is. It gives spark. The coil. I got the bracket for the coil in there, and I went ahead and got some gasoline, as you can see, and I got enough. Oh, can you guys see that? Yeah, enough fuel in there to cover the fuel nipple or outlet, what do you call it? And I got a little bit of a leak. Oh man, I swear. I don't know, I'm gonna keep an eye on it real quick, but yeah, I do got a drippy drip. It's not bad, but yep. Oh well. Maybe the rubber will swell up and stop it, but we're gonna press on for now. What I'm going to do is hook everything back up, and I want to make sure that was the only issue, was the fuel leak, and we'll push on from there. Okay, well, that fuel still leaking is disappointing, but oh well, it is what it is. I got a solution for it. You know, now to do it the proper way, I probably would have to order a little bung, a weld-on bung, and a little nipple for the fuel line. But we'll probably do that at a later date. So I got some of this red coat tank liner, and yeah, that should seal it up. Because it's just a little drip. So what I'm going to do is drain the tank out. After I hear this thing run again, I'm gonna drain the tank out. I'm gonna put just enough red coat to go right around that the fitting, and that'll seal it up. You know, we will investigate a whole new approach later on. Might just even build a different type of tank so I can get more capacity out of it. But all right, guys, there is the case brace all painted up. It's dry now. Been baking in the sun for about an hour or so. So we're going to go ahead and put that on, put the belt back on, and fire this thing up, man. It's been months. And check it out. Got the case brace. Man, why I keep forgetting that word. Got the case brace on, guys, and it looks good. Now, I used these JDM finish washers. Those Password JDM finish washers. I was using them on Chuck Bagger, but when I got to this thing, I was like, man, because I don't have the top cover. I don't know where it's at. I spent the last 2 hours looking for it. I bought it a long time ago. I'm just hoping I brought it over to this house when I move. So that'll be a bummer because I think I paid like 200 bucks for that thing. So I'm gonna keep looking for it. Until then, we're gonna rock it this way right here, man. I just got to be careful not to actually get my ankle bitten off by not having an ankle biter on, you know. So check it out, man. I mean, that thing, get from a distance, man, that thing looks right. Now that cover on top is just gonna be the icing on cake when I get it. All right, guys, well, I got the battery hooked back up. You can see the belts on. I think we should just get this thing a crank over. Hadn't heard it run in a while. Now I did spin it over to the fuel. Got all the way back up in the line here, which I need to replace, but I want to hear it run first. So I'll be honest with you, it spit and sputtered a little bit, but I shut it down. I want to hit it run for the first time, and I'm thinking 4, maybe 5 months. I don't know. All right, well, here we go. Keys on, switches on. Yep. All right. Oh shoot, I forgot. I gotta use the other side. Hold on, let me get something to hold the brake on the other side so I can fire it off. Okay, I put some blue Panner's tape to hold that brake so we can crank this bad boy up. All right, engage. That's the first time in a long time. All right, sounding real good. Let me check my oil real quick. But you know, oh shoot, I am low. Okay, I hear a little valve chatter, so I'm gonna have to check the valves, but I am low on oil as well. Yeah, okay. So cool beans, man. She sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta drain that tank, but I want to spin this boy around the block. It's been a while, so I'm not going to fully put it back together. Just going to put the seat on and bolt the tank down and tie this mess up so we don't lose it on the road or scrape it on the road. And we're going to take the Yamaha for a spin, well, the first spin in like 4 or 5 months. I mean, it could have been 6 months. It's been a while. All right, let me go ahead and button some things up. All right, guys, got it back together. Get ready to go ahead and jump out of here on the road and see if these new roller weights doing any good. It's still leaking, so don't worry about it. That's fine. But yeah, man, I forgot to mention, guys, I got a kickstand finally. And one thing I just can't believe, as many as time that I posted this thing on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere, nobody called me out for not having a kickstand on this sucker. I had a 2x4 that I would put under the motor and lean it. I mean, in every picture, now that you know, go back and look. If you look closely, you will see a block of wood. I think even back in the video when I finished this thing, you saw a block of wood. Now I had a kickstand that I was going to weld in here, you know, because I don't know, I think a kickstand did come in with these bikes, but this one didn't have it when I got it. I was going to bolt one and just have it come here, but I saw this one here at Mojo Customs, and man, I had to have it. So I think it was like 60 bucks, but look at it, man, it's well worth it. You know, a lot of my parts on my bike came from Mojo Customs, you know, except for carburetor. It came off of eBay from the GY6, not GY6 store, the other guy, the guy in Florida, the guy that on GY6 Performance, that guy, the 150cc expert. Yeah, that's where that came from. All right, guys, let me stop talking and I want to take it for a spin. All right, guys, well, I decided to make an executive decision. I took this old tank that I was getting ready to throw away because it is really rusty inside, and I decided to cut the fuel nipple, or whatever you want to call it, out of it. So yep, I went ahead and cut the fuel nipple out, guys, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna weld us on a new one, man. No need to spend the money if you don't have to. Well, we got success, guys. Man, I was kind of nervous, man. I've never welded on anything that thin in my life, but I went to YouTube and watched a couple of videos and came out all right. Oh, hold on. I think we do have one little leak right there. Is that a leak? Yeah, I do. I got one more leak. I've been chasing leaks down, guys. I had a bottle full of, well, watered down dish soap and stuff, and I had one there, and there was one here. Now I got one right there. So yeah, looks pretty good. Now I've capped it off and blew pressure in it, put the cap on it, blew pressure through the holes here, and that's how I was finding the leaks. back from a little ride, and I must say the takeoff is much quicker. The top speed is better. Can't tell by that app I was using, DigiHub. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but that sucker flipped itself upside down and the numbers started reading all weird. Hey, but I was able to catch up to a guy on a sports bike, and he said he was clocking me just over 60. So thanks, shout out to old boy. I gave him the told him the name of the I can't think. I gave him the name of the YouTube channel and told him give me a subscribe. So hey bud, if you're seeing this, man, I appreciate it. That's something I really want to know, and you helped me out. So alright guys, but check it out, man. That engine is looking tight, and that ankle biter almost got me trying to put down the kickstand. So we're gonna have to get the top cover here shortly. But yeah, man. All right, but check it out, guys. The vino is ready to go, man, and it's looking good. I hate to let this thing go, man, but I tell you guys, man, I don't think I have time for it. So yep, shipping it on down the road. But after next weekend, we will be getting back to Chuck Bagger. You know, I ordered another carburetor for Chuck Bagger because that knockoff Makuni, man, it runs like crap. And it's way too rich. And I took the jets down far as I can, but the jets that I have, now I have those jets that I found, that I forgot I even bought. I have these. And I'm going ahead and try to swap them out, go a little smaller, see will that take care of the problem. But I'm also thinking the spring inside that flat side carb is too light. You know, it doesn't spring back like it should. So I might try putting a heavier spring in that and see will that take care of it, because I mean guys, I mean the spring back is really weak. It really ain't doing it for me. Yeah, but hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna slide everything back inside and go lay my butt down. I am tired. I'll see you guys on the next one. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.